Before we get into the regular video for today, I've been working on getting that saw broke in. So today we're just kind of running it to see where she is in the break-in process. So today I just want to get a kind of a feel for where she is in the break-in. You know what I mean? So yeah, let's give her a run. Square chain, it's not 100% though. It's got a bunch of cuts on it, so it could probably use a resharpening. Well, she's running good, but the chain is in worse shape than I thought. So we'll wait until we get a better chain on her, but I'm pretty happy right now. She's starting to run really well. I really had to torque on that to get that through the cut, and it hung on pretty good. So we'll see though. We'll see how she does in the future. All right, so on the last video of this saw, we analyzed the dyno results, and I had mentioned about how I want to work on the chain and getting it to pull the RPM of the saw down a little lower to where the maximum output of the saw would be. I don't want to just let it run up there at that high RPM. I want to use more of the available power and turn it into, you know, a faster cut, you know what I mean? That's the goal. So today, we're gonna run one of my sharpenings, but we're gonna run it on an 8-pin, because usually I run it on a 7-pin. And today I want to try it out on an 8 and see what happens to the RPM and see if it pulls it down into more of where the maximum power output of this saw would be at. Trying to turn all that possible power into cut speed. So it is my sharpening, and this is a fresh sharpening with an 8-pin sprocket. I normally run it with a 7. We're going with an 8 to see what happens. I'm curious to see if my chain would be faster than C83, especially with this setup. I've never taken the opportunity to test it yet, so that's kind of what we're going to do today. But I want to give you an update. So a little while ago, I posted a picture of a saw that I am building, and basically I'm saving all the footage and putting one video together showing everything from the build to the first cuts and everything. And I attempted to do that today. She's built and she's running, but I'm running into an issue that I gotta figure out before I can show it to you. But I can show you what the final what she looks like, I guess. You know what I mean? The 372 project that I'm working on. She's built. She's got a full wrap on it, and if this thing works out, we'll end up having to pull that off. But there she is. I just tried to run it, and basically it's 8 two carburetors. Put one carburetor on it, brand new. It runs good to a point, and then it just starts over fueling. So the first carburetor, I had issues there. It was a brand new carburetor. I threw another carburetor on and ran into same issue. It ran great for a second, but then there was this little pop, and it just started over fueling the saw. We'll have to see how this develops. But you should be seeing that project here soon. Alrighty. So if you didn't see the last video, this is an 8 horsepower. We got a dyno on it. It is an 8 horsepower, 48 millimeter or 65 cc Pullman Pro that we built, and we took 9th place at Sawfest with it. So the last video there, we showed you the dyno results and everything. And we were kind of curious because the C83 just doesn't really pull hard on the saw very much. It just lets it scream in the RPM. So today we're going to change the setup on the chain and see if this seems to work any better. So let's see if my chain on an 8-pin does better than the C83 on an 8-pin. Alrighty. It's a steel RS chain that I sharpened. It's the first sharpening on the chain, and there's no raker adjustment because really I was just cleaning up the profile and putting mine on. Let's see what happens. That's interesting. It felt like I could go hungrier. So I got a grind that I don't usually do, but I did discover a method of grinding on a chain that really makes it super hungry. We might try that. But that's interesting. It did not affect the saw as much as I thought it would. Now I'm going to pull up the side-by-side results. This is going to be my chain versus the C83. I think mine's going to beat it ever so slightly. I think we can do better. So time will tell. You know what I mean? I'm gonna grind this up again, do it a little bit differently because I think I can do better. I think we can make her faster. I figured. Well, I found something by accident once that would work to make a chain really super hungry. I'm going to give that a try. So, hope you enjoyed this one. We'll catch you in the next one. Later.